Hello, my name is Owen, and welcome to another weekly update. I had fun making last week, so you know what? We're gonna keep going with it. I think I'm enjoying the structure here, giving you guys a little bit of updates, because you know what? A lot happened in the past week in my reading journey, and I want to share that with you guys. First things first, housekeeping things. Still reading The Plantagenets by Dan Jones. Still reading Malazan, making those weekly videos. You guys know how it is. But I did start A Court of Thorn and Roses, ACOTAR, as they say. And you know what? I'm about 100 pages in, about like 25%, 30-ish% done. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm invested, right? The seeds are being sown for like the romantic aspects, which I don't know if this story is going to take a turn for the worse. But you know what? The world is interesting. I'm engaged in the lore. I'm not really like, I haven't read a lot of like fae type fantasy books, so this is like really like treading new ground for me. I'm sure like this isn't all new stuff, like thinking like, oh, like fairies can't lie and stuff like that. Like that's in like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, I know, but I haven't really engaged with that in my fantasy journey, and I'm enjoying the new lore. And you know what? None of the characters are insufferable. I'm engaged in the world. There seems to be pretty good stakes. I'm not seeing where the hate's coming from yet. Again, I'm only a fourth of the way through, so it could very easily take a turn for the worse. But the romance is being set up. I know where it's going, kind of Beauty and the Beast-esque. We'll see. So I expect to finish that actually this month. I know at the top of the month, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm going to finish the fourth book I'm going to read in the month. Guys, I've been a reading machine. All right, we're going to finish Malazan because I'm contractually obligated by myself. We finished Lonesome Dove. We're going to finish The Plantagenets. And you know what? We're going to finish ACOTAR too. And you know what? We might even finish more, because guess what? Last week, I told you I started a new audiobook. Finished it. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo in the books. And the review's coming out on Wednesday, guys. So just to look ahead of the videos, it's going to be Malazan and 7 Husbands. I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic. It was a fantastic book. And I immediately jumped straight into Daisy Jones and the Six, also by Jenkins Reid. What a fantastic author. I'm really enjoying that one too. I just think her unique structure of books, like especially with 7 Husbands, where it's like you switch between like the reporter and then like her like interviewing Evelyn like with the flashbacks, and also like intercut with like journalist pieces about like just Evelyn Hugo's life. I thought it was fantastic, and like doing little snapshots of her life. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'll get more in detail when I do that review. Jenkins Reid, fantastic author. Fantastic author. Why did nobody tell me? I mean, they did. That's why I picked up the book, because I heard great things. But you know what? Sign me up as her #1 fan, even though I've only read 1.5 of her books. It's just great stuff. Other than that, what else? Oh, I'm on the queue for another audiobook. One of my commenters recommended the Stephen King 11-something, 60-something, the date one. And you know what? The pitch was so convincing that I immediately put it on my queue, and there was hardly any wait on Libby for it. So I'm having that scheduled delivered on Monday or Tuesday of this week, because I get it on Libby, and you could like put a hold on it, but like schedule your hold, because you only get it for 21 days max. And just to ensure that I have the most time as possible, because I expect that I'll finish Daisy Jones by Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday of this coming week, so that review will be the week after that, and I'm going to dive straight into that. It's been a while since I read a Stephen King book, so I'm very excited to do that. So who would have thought audiobooks would be so much more stories crammed into my life? So I'm on pace to finish 5 books this year. Well, some would say, oh, it's audiobook reading. But I don't know if that's an actual debate, or is that just something that booktubers make up so they have something to talk about. I have an opinion. I'm not going to share it. Unless you want me to, but I won't. But audiobooks, great, especially on a lot of downtime too. It's just a great way for me to absorb these stories that like I've been wanting to read, but I don't feel like I have time. I feel like I'm in a good rhythm, which is great. I'm really enjoying myself. And then the other thing, the final thing, is I forgot to say this last week, but the weekend previous, so there'd be 2 or even 3 weekends ago now, I went to a bookstore, because you know, you can't just read the books you're supposed to read. You got to buy books as well, even though I got a trilogy sitting over there that I haven't read for months. I bought a book, is what I'm saying. It was a really nice bookstore, by the way. The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. When I picked it up, I'm like, oh, like, I always wanted to read, like, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I picked it up, bought it, and it was like $12, $13. I'm like, oh, I always wanted to read this book. I didn't realize that I bought, like, a compendium, is that the word? Of all of the books, or most of the books. I have no idea. I didn't even know it was a series, but it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, The Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and Mostly Harmless. So it's all the books combined into one thing, and I've been wanting to read Hitchhikers for a long time. I've heard great things about it. I heard it's hilarious. So I have it picked up. So you know what? That might make it in the rotation next month, or perhaps the month after that if I don't get it in time, but I bought a book, even though I'm like 7 books behind. Is that not like the way? Is it not the way? It is the way. So, like I said, for videos this week, what to expect? This one, because you're watching it. 7 Husbands, Malazan. Maybe if I start like really chugging away, I'll throw in that Daisy Jones review if I finish it very, very early in the week. But more likely than not, that'll come out the following week. And we're chugging away. As always, guys, be sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and let me know what you're reading too, because like I said, I have started listening to recommendations, and I've been putting a lot of stuff in my like good readings want to read, but sometimes like you just gotta give me a pitch, and you know what, it's added to the queue, especially if I can find it on an audiobook, because I've learned quickly that I could burn through those. That being said, the Stephen King book is a 30-hour audiobook compared to 7 Husbands, which was 12, and Daisy Jones, which is only 9. So it might take me a couple weeks to finish that one, but who knows? Who knows? That's my week. And that's what's coming up. You know what? We're nearing the end of August, which is absolutely insane. It's insanity. It's August 20th when I'm filming this, so come out tomorrow, the 21st. Where has all the time gone? That's something I'm gonna leave you with. Where has it gone? Can we find it? And you know it's the end of the video when I just keep talking. Thanks for sticking around.